it again. Welcome aboard the Gaffer 6. How y'all doing this afternoon? There you go. We got to get some great energy going, guys. We are sailing out of the Irish heart of Newfoundland. Bay Bulls is considered the Irish heart of Newfoundland and the first stop on the Irish Loop. So, for those of you who are familiar with Newfoundlanders, you may know that we are known to be great at a few things. Does anybody want to take a guess what Newfoundlanders are known to be good at? Drinking? Drink? How dare you? I'm insulted. We are not good at drinking. We are excellent at drinking. We're probably some of the best in the world. We're champion drinkers. Now, guys, what goes along with drinking? Partying, we're getting close. Food, of course. Kindness, obviously. Music, that's right. This lady over here in the burgundy sweater, she wants to sing for me. How about some opera? Fantastic, absolutely wonderful. Big round of applause for her. I don't know how I'm going to follow that, but you know, they're paying me here to be the tour guide, so I better sing you a little Irish song, right? So, guys, there's two types of singers here in Newfoundland. Some sing like nightingales quite beautifully. Some sing like crows, not the best. But I consider myself a little robin, all right? So what that means is I need you guys to tap your toes, clap your hands, and sing along, because the louder you are, the better I'm going to sound. And that's the facts. So the song is called Tell My Ma, and it goes like this. I tell my ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair and you stole my comb, but that's alright when I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's the belle of Belfast City. She is courting 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she? Albert Moody says he loves her. All the boys are fighting for her. They knock on the door and they ring the bell. Oh, my true love, are you well? Here she comes as white as snow. Rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. Old Jenny Mulligan says she'll die if she doesn't get the fella with the roving eye. Tell my ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair and you stole my comb, but that's alright when I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's the belle of Belfast City. She's courting 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she? Let the wind in. It is the second largest puffin colony in the world, not the first. He's looking back at me. It is the largest puffin colony in North America. So those of you who are on board, please raise your hand if you've ever seen a puffin before. Also can take in the beautiful scenery. This is a lovely seascapes now.
If he's not here, he's probably up at the buffet.
Yeah,
so there's numbers of puffins, I told you, there might be a couple less.
Fred and his wife Patricia love the Merger and the Puffin puffins out at Gull Island for sure. Now these big bald eagles are predators, as we said. They're also scavenger birds. They eat basically anything. Oh, I think he's on the other side. Seems to be on the other side of Island Cove here. So we're just going to slowly drift up towards the bald eagle. So we jokingly call him Freddie. Freddie and his wife Patricia. They nest here, right at the harbour, and they move in their nest a little bit further inland during the winter months. And as I mentioned, they go out to the island to feed on all the seabirds out there. These are great. So as we're coming up in the cove, you're looking at up from the rock, across from the tree, down from the green tree, next to the green tree. He's right there, sitting in the middle of that tree. I'm joking. So he's right here, folks. So there's a little edge, and then he's straight up and in the center. So if you haven't seen it yet, myself, Richard, Jane, one of us know, we can point it out to you. So we're almost a beam with him now, or her. We're not sure if it's Patricia or her. Right? Yeah. Everybody see it?
I think we'll probably see more of it.
The other day there was actually 3 stitches. They're quite a big bird. They can stand about 6 feet. cruise her. Taking this beautiful scenery back home. We have some lovely sea caves that go back between 100 to 200 feet. And sometimes when the tide is low, there is little sandy beaches at the back of those caves. There's some beautiful sea stacks. You're going to see some examples of sedimentary sandstone layering as well. All those beautiful colors, layers of rock. I'm going to remind you again, as we're leaving out of the harbour, you may feel the wind and sea tip the ship. So please, guys, at all times have a point of contact on the rail, on the bench, and please don't rely on your loved ones. You'll find out very quickly they don't love you as much as you think. All these railings are screwed on nice and tight, and your loved one may have a screw loose. So guys, we're going to turn off the light, hit that tunes, and I want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy your ride on the tropical island of Newfoundland. Thank you, folks.
Other than that, folks, it's nice sea conditions today. Less than normal here. Normal is metre and a half to 2 meters swell. We're running about a half metre today, so it's a really nice pleasant drive. Should be. The wind can pick up. Don't know what's going to happen. As we go along, for years and years, people have always sandstone. And right here in this beautiful big gulch called the Glory Hole is a good example of what the geologists would call layering. So when sediment will be laid down in layers. On the right side of the gulch, if you look very carefully there on the right side, you can see a vertical crack. The geologists call those cracks cleavage. Russ, so funny. I'm being serious. I mention cleavage and it all goes south. Yes, and mostly ladies laughing. Ladies, get your mind out of the gutter. I know you're not supposed to talk about religion, but some of you might need confession. Now, if you don't know what confession is, there's all Catholics around here, Irish Catholics here. Confession is like playing a hockey game when you slash somebody or elbow them or get charged with boarding. It's all right if you get away with it, but if you get caught, you go in the penalty box. Same thing for Catholics, you go in the penalty box. So anyway, it's been a long while since I was to confession, but I was there early this spring. And had prior to that, it had been about 35 years. You see, I was here aboard the boat and I was painting up the engine room. I slipped and I spilt a whole pile of paint down over my new engine. Well, I said a lot of things I shouldn't have said. I looked up to myself and called out to him many times. No answer. But then I heard the thump. And here was April. She says, Skipper, yeah, it sounds like you needs confession. I said, April, go back to what you're at or I'll find you a worse job. Anyway, it wasn't 20 minutes later, I went arse up in the engine room, struck my head as I fell. And again, I said a lot of things I shouldn't have said. I looked up and called out to himself many times. Anyway, finally I calmed down after about 20 minutes and I got to be thinking, that maybe it's an omen. Maybe I should go to confession. So after work that day, I cleaned myself up. I went up, opened up the door of the big church. Couldn't believe the hinges squeaked as they did 30 years prior. Cletus hadn't oiled the hinges in 30 years. I opened up the second door going into the church.
And they'll use the moon to make their way out to open ocean. They go into the open ocean, and they'll spend the first 4 years out there. Puffins, they spend the first 4 years of their life on water. Not touching land, not returning to this island, until they're mature. And at that time, about 3.5 years after, they'll return here in the early part of May, last weeks of April. And they'll get that orange bill for the first time in their life. On the Gull Island. They come back to the same island they were born on. They'll try to return to the same burrow, and they'll find a mate. The mate that it chooses will be its mate for life.
Can one of you ladies give Richard a clout with your purse?
I say they're
He's
born
up
on.
there lying to you, telling you that birds are born. Richard, birds hatch.
They're hatched. That's right, that's right. Not the first time I said that. He lashed at me every time too. No, seriously, says eagles. They'll target just about anything they can get. They are scavengers. Like gulls, they are predatory. They do hunt like they are scavengers. Very hard. Make way around, you start to see a little bit better of the puffin burrows. I was talking about you see that they're all very, very close together. And for good reason. In the back end of those burrows, a lot of them are actually connected. You might wonder, how do I know that? There's scientists that study on this island, and they put cameras inside the burrows and have discovered
The sideways here, the birds are flying in from the ocean, flying up along the side of the island. So watch carefully, pick a bird out coming in from the open sea. And you might be able to get a good look at the colours and see the fish in the bill. There's other ones going the other way, but you really...
Like I said, that's just nature. It's cycles. You can just tell how busy and how full this island is. It's absolutely jam-packed with seabirds during that previous season, as Al said, June, July. Because a lot of the species do get here a couple of weeks earlier than the puffins, specifically the common murres and thick-billed murres and razor-billed auks. They typically get here a couple of weeks earlier than the puffins, and they leave a couple of weeks early. Still a good few puffins left. A couple late bloomers still kicking around.
One just landed. But he went in his burrow. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, well, I'll be getting some pickles. No, that's a seed. I'll be getting some from you because mine, I don't know. I needed that. There's one right up there. Take a picture and you can look better. Up on the hill.